Out in West Wego, where the Mississippi bends and industry meets neighborhood life, there's a building that holds more than a restaurant. It holds a story. Las Maracas was built on something bigger than recipes. It was built on love, on family, on the kind of chance encounter that changes the direction of a life and then quietly feeds a community for generations.
Your grandparents met here 50 years ago? Is that how it went?
A little over 50 years ago. We didn't find out until after Melissa and Pancho acquired the building, and we found out that the grandparents actually met in this building, and it was kind of gave us chills, you know. It was like it was meant to be. So that was a little history that we never knew about until after we actually got the building, that our grandparents met here.
I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way to eat fajitas, but I definitely want me to show me how you guys expect your customers to enjoy some fajitas.
Basically just dig in, grab your tortilla and dig right on in. Unbelievable flavors. Our recipes are authentic from Leon, Mexico. And as you can see, a lot of heart and soul is put into all the food that we cook here.
I do see that. I see that. It's a beautiful thing that we went from having places like, you know, Pancho's to you guys being able to express through food your culture and region of Leon, Mexico on the West Bank of Jefferson Parish. I think it's a beautiful thing, and I'm so glad that we've gotten to evolve to this point, and that Jefferson Parish has been able to evolve. You know, the parish is making sure that you guys have a great playing field to, you know, to excel at business.
And I would agree. The parish has been a big support for our business. We see our parish president in here quite often to eat, which has, you know, says a lot. You know, we get the support from our parish as well. I don't know exactly how the name came about. It was a name that my sister and Pancho chose.
I'm very familiar with what maracas are, but if you don't mind explaining to the American folk.
Maracas is the little handheld shakers that you can hold in your hands and shake. It makes a classic sound of, you know, it sounds like sometimes they have beads in it, sometimes they have little beans. It just depends on the make of the maraca itself. And they can become pretty elaborate, some of the maracas. I've actually had a customer, one of our regular customers, she came in and she brought us these bedazzled maracas, and it was absolutely beautiful, the maracas that she made for us.
So the majority of your clientele are people who are from this area, but there's a lot of it, you know, you guys are right here on River Road, so there's a lot of industrial plants and kind of things like that. You guys get more of the lunch, that's your lunch crowd, and then your nighttime crowd is more families and whatnot?
Yeah, I would say it would be more of a mix. On lunch days, we do get a lot of the work crews from the industrial plants in the area. We also have a lot of crews, Spanish crews that come in during lunch that, you know, come in and do their lunch because they want something quick and fast, and we can provide that service for them pretty quick and fast, a meal hot. And then at nighttime, it is more catered to kind of more of the family. So we're more of a family restaurant. Everybody comes out, has a good time, you know, sits with the kids. They'll sit in here 2-3 hours sometimes and just drink and enjoy themselves. And that's what we want. We want our customers to come in and have a good time, not have to worry about cleaning up after themselves or anything like that. Just come in and enjoy yourself and have some good food and a good drink.
I love it. Your service is impeccable. You guys are so welcoming. When I walked in the door, I literally felt like I was in old New Orleans, which was so cool because it's like an old barroom feel. But then again, I felt like I was in Mexico too. So it was like nostalgia, you know, it was a really good feeling. And the food obviously speaks for itself. You guys are such gracious hosts, man. And, you know, this is beautiful. So you grew up on the West Bank, East Bank?
Grew up on the West Bank, born and raised.
Gotcha. So you're not too far from?
No, not too far.
Your stomping grounds.
Yeah, right here.
You know, there's a lot of gems back here. You don't really realize it until you kind of have to explore. You know, one of the reasons why we want to do this series is really showcasing restaurants in Jefferson Parish that never really get a lot of spotlight other than the neighborhoods they're in. And, you know, and you have a little bit of name recognition and word of mouth, but at the same time, I never would have known about this unless I was invited to come do this food series. But now I'm glad I know. And now the consumer out there can know as well that there's great, authentic gems of restaurants in Jefferson Parish that might be worth the trip of crossing that bridge, you know?
I would say
that might, will guarantee to be worth the trip crossing the bridge. And man, I tell you what, the West Bank is becoming like this big hub of culture, which is so cool to me. And you go to other cities and they have those areas, but New Orleans never really had it because we've been kind of big bowl of culture anyway. But you come about here and you find a lot of true ethnic food that'll blow your mind. And I firmly believe that all these we're getting immersed in all these new food cultures. Soon that'll be incorporated into Creole, and Creole's not going to just be what everyone expects Creole to be. It's going to have all these new flavors in it, and it's going to, man, I can't wait. It's a good time to be alive.
It is.
The people cooking the food carry the same heritage as the owners. This is not a concept. This is culture, lived daily. But this is also Louisiana.
New Orleans is such a big cultural melting pot, but I feel like the West Bank, especially the West Bank of Jefferson Parish, is getting all these cultures that are just kind of creating this new wave of food and style of things that it's making you have to go to the West Bank. You know, before nobody really wanted to cross the bridge.
No.
Now, if you really want to get authentic food,
you gotta cross.
You gotta cross the bridge, and it's kind of a cool thing. And it used to be if you know, but now everybody's knowing. So I think it's dope.
I definitely think that the recipes are 100% authentic and true to my cultural upbringing. I think that because I've been to a lot of Mexican restaurants around here, and also I have some family that live in Texas, and they're from, I want to say, well, they're originally from Mexico, Matamoros, and they moved to Brownsville, and a lot over there food is so delicious, and it just brings back memories from there. Okay. Oh, look, here comes our food.
Here we go. Gotta make room.
Yep,
because this is what's up. Okay, so this is the birria pizza, correct?
This sure is.
Move this out the way so the camera can see. This has already got me drunk, and I took one sip. I'm not a drinker.
All right, so
okay, I'm gonna need you to show me how it's done.
All right, so right here
Maracas
we have the shredded beef. It is made of shredded beef, birria pizza. It has the cheese, the cilantro, and we have the verde sauce here and the red sauce on the side. And then we have the limes, and then of course the broth.
Now you want to get in there. So this is called consommé, and even even French they have the consommé, which is basically the same thing. But this is also in some circles called a caldo, because you're going to use a beef base, which is a caldo, or any kind of a meat base is a broth is a caldo.
Right.
So y'all say pizza, and I was kind of expecting a pizza, and I'm not disappointed. But this is kind of like a quesadilla of sorts, huh?
Well, we do have a quesabirria too. It's basically like with the tortilla, and they just cut it in half, and there's like 2 pieces with it. So yeah, this is like the pizza version. All
right, I'm gonna need you to show me. Let's grab a piece.
All right, let's
definitely
see.
Cheers. But I'm gonna need you to show me how we dip this. Boom! Ooh. Now this is pro style. If I didn't have Layla here, I wouldn't even be knowing what I'm doing.
Okay, so, no. First you need the sauce.
Okay, sauce.
You need the sauce. Put the sauce.
So the better the sauce, and what is in the better the sauce?
So, not 100% sure, but it's good.
That's all that matters at the end of the day.
So what you do, you're gonna grab the spoon and you're just gonna go ahead and pour it on top.
Do me a favor, catch me right there.
So. I got you.
Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla.
All right, that's good enough?
That is good enough. Here we go.
There you go.
Ooh, I'm gonna look like a big slob, but you know what? I'm doing it at Las Maracas with the best Mexican food in Jefferson Parish.
Very good.
Bruh.
This is amazing.
Life-changing.
Yes.
Life-changing. I need some more of that green sauce.
I told you it's good.
It is.
It's not too spicy.
It isn't. I was expecting it to be a little spicy when you put that big old dab on there. I was like, oh, whoa! But it is good.
Some guests want the flavors of home. Others want melted cheese, sizzling plates, and the comfort of Tex-Mex Americana. Las Maracas doesn't fight that. They welcome it. Authenticity here isn't rigid. It's generous.
Bruh, now, growing up Latin American, you know, obviously not Mexican, but a lot of Guatemalan, Cuban, Venezuelan heritage. But I'm always a sucker for the corn tortillas. It doesn't matter, like the Americana kind of taco. It's just something about it. I think maybe it's just going to Catholic school and they would throw these in your face, you know, and tell you it's Mexican food. So I'm a sucker for these. And I'm so glad that you guys sell them, because a lot of these real, true, authentic Mexican restaurants like you guys kind of try to stray away from the Americana. But this right here, but man.
Yeah, that's our number 35. That's our classic American tacos, well, tacos dinner.
Y'all.
You got 3 tacos right there. Comes with our rice and beans, fully dressed.
A bit crunch.
Lettuce, cheese, and sour cream.
Crunch.
Get from the side. Go ahead, man.
Dip a little bit in my bean, Jeremy.
Fresh made shell in-house. This is our nachos. As you can see, it's enough to feed 2, maybe 3.
And that's an appetizer?
This is actually one of our appetizers,
Yeah,
but a lot of
wow.
people get this, for a
dinner?
meal. For dinner. And we have a special on this. On Mondays, you get 25% off nachos. So we try and do specials throughout the week as well. So this is one of our daily specials on Mondays. And with the fries,
Obviously the crunch,
waiting on
you want to have a good corn chip. You can tell these are freshly fried, using real tortillas, which is great. They fry them in-house. Really, it's the depth of flavor in each bite that has the meat, the beans, the guacamole, the cheese, and my favorite hint of it is if you throw a little pico, which they did in there. You throw little hints of things you don't know it's there until you taste it, and that's the best part to me. It's always a surprise, man. Man, you guys have been so welcoming. From the margaritas, the sangria, to the corn chips, how sturdy and delicious they are. And this is just the icing on the cake or the caramel on the flan. This right here is absolutely delicious. And I'll tell you what, man, I will be back. And once again, the West Bank of Jefferson Parish has thoroughly impressed me when I never have come this way. It's taken 50 years of my lifetime to come out here and enjoy food. I've always been on the West Bank back and forth, whatever, but never really coming out here to absorb food and culture. And you guys are opening my eyes to such beautiful things, man. Sincerely appreciate you, man.
Hopefully we get you back.
Oh, you got me back. You definitely got me back.
If you find yourself tucked into this corner of the West Bank, walk in, sit down, order something warm and familiar. Because sometimes the best stories don't shout. They just keep feeding people.